information about Tom Petty. I'm still so shocked, and I'm literally just looking online to see what's going on, what the latest is. There are a lot of tweets confirming that Tom Petty has died, but I just don't trust it. Maybe it's because I don't want to believe it, but I'm still looking to see what's going on. I'm just, I'm in shock. You know, one of my favorite things in life is rock and roll, and I've seen Tom and the Heartbreakers a couple times. I'm just looking at my phone. Everybody's texting me. I mean, what a day. You wake up and you hear about what happened in Vegas, which is just awful. Just music fans wanting to come together. I mean, one of the things that I love about rock and roll is that everybody has a common goal. Everyone wants to go and be with others and celebrate music and celebrate life. And everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's there for one purpose, which is just to enjoy music that's had such a huge impact in their lives. And to be, as I always joke, to be with 60,000 of your closest friends, you know, that's a beautiful feeling. And to be a community together in the vibration of music is a beautiful thing. I'm still looking up. I mean, let me know if you guys have heard the confirmation. Join in. I would love to hear your memories or your thoughts. Just as a music fan, it's just devastating. And we know that this time is going to come for everybody, but it's still just such a shock when it happens. Sorry, I'm still just looking on my phone, trying to see what's going on. I would love to hear your memories of Tom. I would love to hear. Sorry, I just turned off my Facebook Live thing just because I'm trying to get more information. Tom just played the Hollywood Bowl three nights, I think, and a lot of my really good friends went and said it was amazing. Obviously, it's so strange. Just a Facebook memory came up of going to see Tom, I think in 2009 at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater in Orange County. It just seems like it's real, and I don't want it to be. I just want to see what everybody's saying. It's so shocking. Apparently he had a heart attack, and he was on life support. He was rushed to the hospital, and the first thing that I thought of was, you know, I hope he had his advanced planning sorted. I hope that he had instructions for his loved ones on how to deal with all of this, you know, in case it happened. And, you know, I think about that too with all of the victims in Las Vegas. You know, they just were country music fans. And I mean, what a fun thing to do is to go to Vegas and see a concert, see your favorite people in concert and have fun and just enjoy life and have a few drinks and kick back and just, escape uh, the crazy world just for a few hours, and then look what happens, and I initially just thought, I just hope all of their loved ones were prepared. It's just so devastating. I'm looking for the, someone with an actual, a legitimate news outlet to see what's going on. I'm still looking to see. If anything, not only from the tragedy in Las Vegas, but then also, with Tom Petty, it's just, you've got to hold your loved ones close, and you never know when your time is up. And that's why it's just so important to have conversations with your loved ones about hypotheticals. Hey, what if I got hit by lightning and suddenly was in a coma? What would happen? I just don't even know. I'm a chatty person. I don't even know. It's, I don't even know what to say. It's just so sad. It's so devastating. But it's so important to have these conversations. A lot of people, sorry, I'm looking for the actual, like a legitimate news outlet that that will confirm. Oh man, it's so hard when our heroes and our icons go. And it's strange because, we don't even know these people, in our daily lives. It's not like we could just call up and be like, Tom, what's going on? And yet they're so intricately woven in our lives in so many, instances, whether it's celebrations or funerals or, weddings. It's just, they're a part of us. And, it's interesting when a celebrity passes away. Some people are like, what are you so upset about? You didn't know them. I was the same when George Harrison died. I was devastated for days, but that whole day I was just walking around like a grief zombie. I didn't know George. I'd never met George firsthand, but, his music was so embedded in my DNA. It felt just like a family friend. And I think that's how it feels with Tom Petty. He just feels like a family friend. I'm trying to, I would love to hear any of your memories, that you may have of seeing him in concert or listening to his music or meeting him. That would be great. I would love to hear your stories. Oh man, this is just, it's such a shock. And he was, 66. Apparently, from what I've been reading, he had a cardiac arrest last night, was taken immediately to the hospital. He was found unconscious. They put him on life support. I hope that he left some sort of instructions to his loved ones on what to do if something like that happened. It's just, the world of rock and roll is just not going to be the same, I'm still looking for the confirmation. It just says that he's in critical condition so far, and that he was taken off life support, but I don't, obviously I'm not CNN, so I don't have access to CNN because I'm online right now, but I just wanted to see how you guys were feeling. Anybody who follows the Good to Go page knows that I talk a lot about rock and roll because it's one of the main passions in my life, that and trying to get people to sort out their advanced planning. And so I just felt that I wanted to be with other people and see what their thoughts are and what their memories of Tom Petty are, whether it's listening to his music or seeing him live. I'm still kind of looking around. Rolling Stone is reporting it. Rolling Stone just tweeted, Tom Petty, Hall of Famer, whose work spanned more than 40 years, has died at the age of 66. That was 10 minutes ago, but I just don't want to believe that it's true. So I keep looking for confirmation, but I just don't, in a way, I don't want it. A lot of my friends went to Bowl a couple weeks ago. I had seen him, the most recent time I'd seen him was at the Bottle Rock Music Festival in May in Napa Valley. He was one of the headliners, and it was just fantastic. A lot of people are sharing some of their experiences over on my personal Facebook page, but I am, hi Shannon, hi Amy, hi Son, thanks for joining. So we're talking about Tom Petty. It's so sad, it's so sudden. What can you say? I just feel so bad for his family and all of his loved ones. Hi Janice. Janice says she loved Tom's music and never got to see him in concert. I had seen him in a big outside amphitheater in 2009, and I was working at a radio station, classic rock radio station, so I got to go. And, the acoustics weren't the greatest, and I wasn't fully able to get the Petty love, So I wanted to see him, again. And then I got that opportunity a few years later when he did a run of shows at a very small theater here in Los Angeles called the Fonda Theater. And it was one of the hardest tickets to get in town. But I went and I was just blown away, in a theater atmosphere, small club like that. And what really surprised me was just Tom's joy. Normally when you go see big rockers, they've got like a memorized thing that they like to say every show. Paul McCartney tells the story about Jimi Hendrix every single time. You see him in concert, like literally the last 10 years, Paul McCartney rolls out that old Jimi Hendrix story about how Jimi Hendrix learned Sgt. Pepper's riff for the song 2 days after it came out, and it surprised everybody. But, with Tom being huge, a huge icon, a huge rock star, he came on and he just said, we're going to have some fun tonight, aren't we? And it was loose and he enjoyed it. And I can remember we were, waiting for him to go on, and just the vibe in the theater was just unbelievable. Hi Beth, thanks for joining. And the Heartbreakers were such an amazing band live. I mean, they just slayed any of the young kids out there. I mean, Mike Campbell, such an unbelievable guitarist, just knows exactly what to play and plays it perfectly. And Benmont Tench, one of my favorite rock and roll keyboardists. And, man, do my thoughts go out to his loved one, Tom's loved ones and band. He's played with his band for years and years, and I'm sure they had kind of a telepathy going. It's just so sad. Hi, Stephanie. So Stephanie says, I love him. I've seen him 5 times so far. One of the best shows I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, Ashley says she loved his music. I mean, so many have loved his music. At the Fonda, at that small theater show, I was just blown away. I felt like a Mack truck of rock and roll just ran over me. And I don't really like a lot of jammy bands, but when they started jamming, I just wanted more. It's like, grab the toast and put the jam on. It was amazing, you know, and I didn't want that night to end. It was so fantastic. And he just, you know, as rock and roll does, he just brought people together, and he's really going to be missed. It's so devastating. I'm still looking around on the news, online, seeing what people are saying. If you have any special memories, I would love to hear them. A friend of mine who took the picture that I just posted on Facebook. Did I post it? I'm not even sure now. Anyway, she took an amazing photo of Tom from his Hollywood Bowl show. It was unbelievable. And he's so smiley. He's looking right at her. And as soon as she posted that picture, I was just like, he's looking right at you and he's smiling. And she's just like, yeah, I know. I was a late bloomer to Tom Petty just because I liked English bands. I was into the Elvis Costello, Squeeze, you know, era. And I was late to the Tom Petty party, but man, once I got in there, just it's almost like an addiction. You see him live once, you want to see him live over and over again. Hi, Kylie. Kylie, I worked with this at this classic rock radio station with Kylie, who's just joined us, and yeah, just no words. I'm still trying to get the confirmation. Even though the Rolling Stone said it was true, I kind of just want to, you know, go to the magical website that says it's not true. Let's see. I'm still looking. You guys have any links? Jason says to Tom and all the Heartbreakers, love from Austin. I'm going to get something to drink. Hang on 1 second. Please join us. We're talking. I'm in my kitchen here in Los Angeles, talking about Tom Petty. Okay. Is it too early for a beer? I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. It's 1:23 in the afternoon in Los Angeles. Would beer be so wrong? Is it beer o'clock? Man. Austin, that's a huge, Jason's in Austin. That's a huge music town. Gosh, how many times has Tom and the Heartbreakers played and toured America and the world? But how many, you know, just how many times so many of my friends gone to see him? And, you know, I was with my friends at the Fonda Theater, even though I had just one ticket for me. You know, I have my hardcore music posse that I go see. I'm thinking of them today. I mean, you know, I'm a rock and roll fan. I go to see a lot of gigs because it brings me joy and it feeds my soul. But my friends, Ricky Pruden and Sherry Pruden, the mom and daughter rock and roll duo, man, they go to way more gigs than me. And they went to all of Tom Petty's Hollywood Bowl shows a couple weeks ago. And they were in the front row in the pit. The pictures were amazing. The joy was off the charts. It's just so crazy. And Ricky always told me that she wished that, you know, Here Comes My Girl, the Tom Petty song, Here Comes My Girl, that they would play that at her wedding as she walks down the aisle. So it just goes to show you how deeply entwined, you know, rock and roll music and the musicians are in our lives. Um, oh, what are you guys hearing or seeing? Are you watching CNN or any other news outlets that are uh, giving some more information? I'm still, while I'm doing this, I'm still live online and I want to hear your stories. Normally we go, Good to Go goes live on Wednesdays. We just started doing that last week just for a place for grievers and groovers to hang out and share their experiences, maybe feel a little less alone, kind of a little hug on social media, through social media. And I think what I'll do is maybe wrap up this live and come back on in a couple hours once there's more information. And it's 1:30, so everyone's at work. So there's no chance to kind of get together and listen to his music and talk about their memories. But I think that's what I want to do today. Isn't that a natural instinct when someone goes, is that you just want to kind of hang out and talk to people about it? So anyway, just hold your loved ones tight. Make sure you get your advanced planning done. Make sure you have these conversations. And I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna try to get some more information. But I just wanted to say that our thoughts and all of our love goes out to Tom's family. Hi, Beth. All of our thoughts go out to Tom's family, his loved ones, his daughters, his wife, all of his friends, his bandmates. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. What a day. First Vegas, and then this. I mean, the music world is just reeling, and it seems so unfair. And, Tom was 66, which when we were kids seemed, I think my grandma died when she was 62, when I was young, but I just thought, oh, well, that's old. That's grandma age, 62. And of course, now it's not. Hey, Matthew. I'm going to hop off here in a little bit just to kind of read what's going on. And then I'll come back on and we'll talk a little more. I just want to get more details. I think that's a natural thing when somebody passes away. You just want to know all of the information. I know that was tough when my own loved ones passed away because everyone wants to know the story, or I call it the death story. Okay, where were you? What happened? How did it go down? All of those things, because people are just naturally curious. But it's so devastating and so exhausting to even, keep replaying it and replaying it. I do feel like it's just part of grief. It's part of the process, is talking about it. And I definitely feel like talking about it is a healthy way to get through it, not get over it, but just get through it. That's the most important thing. But as soon as I heard that Tom Petty was on life support, I just thought, oh, I hope his team around him, a lot of musicians have a big team, whether it's lawyers or, legal teams and management and agents and PR people and all, I hope somebody was advising him, just in case, in the future something happened. I hope his loved ones aren't having to struggle with any kind of decisions that they might have had to have made. I don't know. It's a tough day. Is it beer o'clock? It's 1:29 now, but it's like 9:29 in England. So maybe we could have a drink to toast Tom. Man, shocking news. What can you say? Is just thanks. It is beer o'clock. Okay, well, I got permission from Matthew that it's beer o'clock, so I think that's what's going to go down. I think it needs to happen. I'm going to find out some more information and probably come back on in a couple hours and talk to you guys. I want to hear from you, and grab your loved ones close. Okay. Love you guys.